Hey guys, welcome back. It's Bex Maria, and this video I'm going to show you how I do my nails. This is the best way to practice doing nails. This is literally how I learned to hold a drill bit and use it as well before I started getting in clients. Early days, I hurt myself so much using the drill bit, but it was better than hurting someone else, and that's the best way for me to learn. I'm going to show you the steps of applying acrylic so you can learn at home and also just before you get in a client. First things first, removing the shine from the nails. Only the shine, don't overdo it. I'm using a 180 sanding band. I'm gonna go in with removing the cuticles. Anything that's sticking out, I'm just gonna remove it. Again, early days, it was hard. I actually never used to do this. My nails just used to look like very messy. If I'm honest with you. And then I started obviously learning how to make the nails look more prettier as time went on, and obviously after I started doing the course, I've just picked up a lot of things with my experience. It's good to nip off the cuticles, it just makes it cleaner, and sometimes it's not always necessary, by the way, let me just say that. And then I'm gonna go in with nail glue and nail tips because I'm gonna do acrylics. I want them short and cute, so I'm gonna definitely apply nail tips, and these literally take ages to dry sometimes, but other days it's like dries in seconds, so you just have to move quite fast. I already sized out my nail tips before the video, so it makes things easier, and I'll always advise you to do the same thing before you start gluing it down. Probably best to size it all up, do the filing, so when you're just gluing, you glue it all together. It makes the process faster as well, that's what I've realized. And the other thing I'd say with nail glue is just like how you store it, make sure it's not somewhere that's too cold, somewhere that's too warm, probably end up drying, so just keep it at really good room temperature. If you do come across a nail that's really tiny or maybe too big, and you can always just use a nail tip and then use scissors to cut it off or file it down so you can fit on the sides. That's usually what I do with my pinky. One of my pinkies is so tiny, so I always do that. I'm using that the magnet method to nip off my nail tips so they're quite equal. They never end up being equal anyway, so it doesn't matter. I just like using it for accuracy. And then I am using 100 to 100 nail file to file off the nail tips to make them square and straight. It's always good to have your shaping right before you apply the acrylic. Just makes things easier when you do end up applying acrylic, which I'll show you later on. I always just make sure that the shaping, the length is all perfect to what I want or what the client wants before moving on to acrylic. I would highly advise for you to do that because it will save you so much time with shaping after. I do have a video up on my channel with nail shaping, acrylic nail shaping. You can check that out. I'll pop it up on the screen at the top for you to click on, and you can watch that later, or I'll also put it in the description to make life easier too. It's so different, obviously, filing your nails and also doing someone else's nails. When you do file your own nails, you're holding the nail file in very weird angles, your hands are going left, right, whatever, but it does get you into that rhythm of filing. So I'm going to show you guys how the bead should look like before you do apply it on your hands, on your fingers, sorry. Make sure it's polymerized before you apply it. it just makes life easier. That bead was good. Just going to show you another one, and this one is polarizing as well, and that just means like it's got that glossy look before you apply it on your nails. It just means that the distribution of the monomer and the acrylic is good. I firstly wiped my nails with acetone, and then I've gone in with a dehydrator and a primer, and then that's when we start with the acrylic. I also have a video for this as well on my channel of learning more things about acrylic and liquid, the liquid ratio. So that's also up on my channel, you can check that out. I will put the link in the description as well. But it's always good to just like place it down. I usually start in the middle, place it down, go towards the free edge and pat it down. You have to know how the acrylic is it too, if it's too watery, you just have to guide it down, but if it's getting dry, you want to pat it down. So now I'm basically covering the full nail, if that makes sense, and I don't put too much on my nails just so it's not too thin and too thick. And I'm gonna go in with a clear acrylic just to seal that off and even it out. What I'm also showing you is how I do my other hand, because baby, it's not easy, but I think I've kind of mastered it now, so that's a good thing. I'm happy, but I just wanted to add in this clip to show you guys, like, you can honestly do it on yourself. Just keep going, just keep practicing at home, because I genuinely feel if you can do acrylics on yourself, you would easily be able to learn how to do it on someone else. Like, you can move with speed, you can practice your own speed at your own time. Ignore me, I'm literally just vibing like I was listening to music, so vibes. On the top left, you can obviously see how I do my cuticle bead. Just take your time with these things, guys. I've kind of got to the point where I kind of have mastered acrylic and like what I want to an extent. I wouldn't say I'm a master, I mean, but I genuinely just feel like with time I just know what works and what doesn't work for me, like room temperature wise as well. So that's why I kind of move a bit faster with acrylic application on myself now. Before, it used to take me ages, guys. I swear to God, I'll probably be doing nails for like 6 hours plus. This set for both hands on top of recording as well, it took me less than 2 hours to do. So yeah, it was a lot of faffing about, but I feel like if I wasn't faffing about, I probably take less than that. I might have to do like a real-time recording. Yes, I don't know, would that be useful to do? But I'll see. It just takes so long, especially because times I do record it by myself and I never know whether it's still recording or my phone is doing this no storage thing or my camera's acting up. Like, I just never know. But yeah, that's why it takes so long to be recording by myself, but I do try for you guys, and I do hope this video is obviously going to be useful to you in some way. Just let me know in the comments what you want to see more of and stuff, and I'll get that sorted, or I'll do like a quick short video answering any questions and stuff. I really didn't like the way I applied my middle finger acrylic. I didn't pay too much attention to the acrylic, so it was a bit on the dry side, so it didn't allow me to move. So that's why I went in with a clear one, just to even it out, especially near the cuticle area, just for it to be a bit more fuller, because I felt like it was too thin. with my pinky. As you can see, it's so tiny. And with this, I use the tiniest of bead. This would be a small bead, and if you obviously watch my other video, you'll know like how to pick up these beads and how that can affect the application as well. Ignore the like knocking in the back. I don't know, someone's probably building a shed at this hour, but I don't understand. Hopefully you can't hear it, but I can hear it loud and clear on my end. So yeah, I do apologize for that. When you are applying acrylic, make sure you're shaping it as well, and that's why, as you can see how it turned out, very smooth application, and it will mean like I spend less time filing and like shaping it with the acrylic. Right now I'm using the 5-in-1 drill bit. I'm using a tip to seal in the cuticle area. Again, with this, sometimes you never really need to do this, but I felt like it just helps, you know, it's peace of mind to know that there won't be any lifting on the cuticle, around the cuticle area, and you can smoothen it out as well. It'll give it that nice flush look, so that's why I use the 5-in-1 drill bit to seal it off. And it's not too sharp either, because there are other drill bits where they are sharp and they'll end up cutting you, and those are the ones I used to start with. It was a nightmare, so oh my god, I don't know guys, but I'm probably gonna look if I have any videos or pictures of how my nails used to look like over 6 years ago, when I just used to do nails for fun and just for the sake of me wanting nails. It was crazy, like my nails looked so crazy, but we love growth, we love to see it. We got there in the end. I'm going back in with actually this nail file is 80 to 80. So with acrylic, if you want to shape it and you want that crisp look, I usually use the 80 to 80 nail files. And yeah, so start with the side and then tip just to square it off. And I also file on top of the actual nail, like making sure the sides are filed down. This is, well, I do explain this better in my other video. It's more of an educational video for you, so check that out. Right now I'm just on vibes, I won't lie to you. This is how I do nails, this is how I practice how to do acrylic nails. Start on myself, and then I started doing it on other people. It just gave me more confidence as well. And when you know you don't have anyone to do nails on, it makes it so much easier to keep that momentum going, to keep that, you know, what you've learned in practice. Even if you don't actually always have acrylics on, here's a tip for you. Apply some cuticle oil, and then either top coat or base coat, and then stick on the tips and start practicing it that way, because at the end you can easily pop them off. Don't take my word for it, because I've not done it with acrylic yet. I have done it with full tips, so that's even another way that you can practice doing acrylic on yourself. Those are things that have helped me along my journey, just to practice at home and to just keep you know, what I've learned into practice, and just to get better at doing acrylic. So I don't know, what do you guys think so far with like my shaping and stuff? Mind you, I'm doing this on myself, and anyway, I'm going with a fine drill bit, and this is just smoothing out the nails, just to make sure there's no lumps or bumps on there. Just be smooth and gentle with it. I don't think the speed was too high either. I think I was on like 7. I don't know how many RPM that is. I will try find out. But that's on the drill bit, so it's just nothing too fast, and I am just smoothing out the acrylics. And this is obviously before the buffing. It will give you a nice smooth base, and obviously you want to do the curving it and the bottom, you know, give it a nice curve. So I literally do this on all the fingers, making sure like it's smooth. Going in with a nail buffer, just buff all the nails just to smoothen it out before I apply any nail art designs. I did wash my hands and then I wiped it off as well. For this set, I am going to use my Mylee peel off base just because I need my fingers for other nail art stuff that I need to do this week. So that's why I'm applying this nice peel off base, which is also good to practice with. I've never tried it on acrylic base, but I can obviously tell you guys that it is quite good to use when you're a nail artist and you just want to practice nail art on yourself, or maybe even on someone else, and just peel it off after. It is air dry, so that's the goodness of it. You don't need to use a lamp. So I'm going to use a nice butter yellow one, color Twist and Shine from Mylee, and then a blooming gel as well. I was just coming up with these ideas as I went along. And then a top coat. I'm gonna do French tips on all the nails, and then I'm gonna use blooming gel on one of the fingers to do some nice lovely design. At this point I had no idea what I was gonna do. I was just on vibes. Sorry it wasn't in focus at this point, but I was really trying my best getting this French tip right. Oh guys, the other thing I was gonna say is, if you are shopping at Mylee, make sure you use my code. It is SZNBEAUTY_15 for some money off when you do shop at Mylee. I'll put the affiliate link in the description and also the code as a reminder. But shop, and also tag me guys. I love seeing creations. I'm probably even looking for inspo, so you never know, you could inspire me. So I'm just applying cute French tips on all the nails. How do you guys like your French tips? I love them so thin. I don't like thick French tips, especially for an everyday look, because this, I'm gonna have this for a few days before I change it, if not the week. But I just like something subtle, something cute before like over anything too thick. And then just applying a thin layer of blooming gel. Thin layer, don't put it in the lamp yet, and just use color to drop. I'm like creating this flowery print thing, so I'm just letting it bloom for a little bit, and then I'll place it in the lamp for 60 seconds. Sometimes you may need more, but in my case I did it for 60 seconds. And then I am using Lunar color from Mylee as well, and just to put in, you know, this little tiny dot to make it look more flowery. And then I'm going to cure that as well for another 60 seconds. And then using a shiny top coat from Mylee, I'm going to apply that all over the designs, and then I will cure that for 60 seconds. But I think I actually went a bit over for top coat. Just, I get paranoid sometimes guys, so I'm always curing it for longer, especially with top coat. And using this 2-in-1 nail wipe, it's so good. It brings the shine back onto your nails, which I really love, so highly recommend using that after you do your nail art to bring that shine back. Here's the finished look. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Please share this video with someone who you think may like it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.